Greetings and welcome to Causeless Joy Tarot. We are here today to do a general reading for the sign of Aquarius for the month of October. This month we are using for our primary reading, which will be the Celtic Cross this month, we're using the Legacy of the Divine by Cyril Marchetti. And then for our guidance card, we will pull a card from Colette Baron Reed's Wisdom of the Divine Oracle. So let's go ahead and get started with your reading for the month of October. Oops. Calling on the divine, on my guides, teachers, helpers, all that loves and surrounds the sign of Aquarius. Asking for perfect clarity today, perfect wisdom as we look at the energy coming in for the month of October 2017 for the sign of Aquarius. Giving thanks to all that is for the perfection that is this life. As we acknowledge and give thanks for the energy, we look to see what is the highest energy available for the sign of Aquarius in the month of October. The sign of Aquarius for the month of October. All right, so that feels pretty good right there for Aquarius. So let's just go ahead now and take a look at your cards for October. Okay, Aquarius, let's see what we have cooking here. All right, and at the very bottom of the deck, we do have the Seven of Cups coming up in the reverse here. This is a card in the upright. The Seven of Cups is all about having to make or having a lot of options, a lot of alternatives, a lot of choices that potential choices that you can make. But in the reverse, the Seven of Cups really speaks to a level of clarity, surrounding your circumstances within the month of October, or certainly a level of clarity around you, not necessarily around your circumstances, but you're coming through this month right up front with a very clear indication that your intuition and your knowing is in top condition going into the month of October, which is a great way to start out there for the month of October. Now let's go ahead and take a look at your cards here. At the very heart of the matter, we do have the Ten of Wands coming in as your central focus for the month of October. Now, this Ten of Wands really talks about feeling like you've really put in as much as you can possibly put in, right? Like there's no further that you're willing to go. You're not willing to go very much further, considering the amount of work that you've already put in to accomplish whatever is most pressing for you in the month of October. So this 10 also indicates completion. So you are coming into a time where you're finally in a position to lay all of these sticks down, to allow yourself to be a little bit more carefree, a little bit more open in your communications and in your dealings with others. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's crossing you with that Ten of Wands coming up as your central focus. So we do have the Six of Cups coming in, and that's crossing you. So something in your past is because it's crossing this burden. It could be that something in your past, from your past, is what's causing the burden, is what I'm picking up here. So I'm also drawn back to this Seven of Cups coming up in the reverse. This is a time where you will be more clear on your next steps, right? So if this is the case that you are being burdened by something from the past, then now is going to be the time in the month of October for you to begin to look at new ways to address this this issue from the past that I'm picking up is very much part of what you're experiencing in terms of a burden for those of you who are having that experience. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's beneath you here. We do have the Judgment card, which is a major arcana, coming up in the reverse. So this is really what's driving you. This is what's motivating your actions. Now, this card in the reverse is signaling a tendency to be more judgmental towards people or circumstances or things. So you will want to be mindful in the month of October of being overly judgmental or looking at situations through glasses that are tinted perhaps by this burden that you've been carrying or experiencing. So be mindful of the potential for you to be a bit more judgmental towards people and things. So at the top here we do have the Seven of Swords coming up in the reverse. So again, this is an overriding energy for the sign of Aquarius in the month of October. So this Seven of Swords card is typically known as the Theft card. It is coming up in the reverse, so that could signal either that you're feeling that it's time to take back some level of control or a new level of control around your circumstances. Again, I'm also this line here, this central line is really saying quite a bit. I do believe that for many of you, this this Wand card and this past influence that's crossing you here, in the month of October, you will start to feel like turning that around very much, taking back your peace, taking back your calm, the joy that you're accustomed to having in your life. So that's what I'm picking up here, coming in with this Seven of Swords in the reverse over you. Now, in the immediate past, you've come out of either a way of thinking or a way of being. This Four of Swords is all about rest, and it's coming up in the reverse. So somewhere in the past, you've stepped out. Again, I'm very similar to the Seven of Swords. The same energy coming in that I'm picking up with this Four of Swords, that you've come to this place where you're now ready to turn around and take a new look at your circumstances, take some new actions around your circumstances, perhaps again to move you out of this completing energy here of with the Ten of Wands. So that's going to be this is coming up in your past. So you've already either started to do this turnaround thing that I'm feeling, or you're getting ready to start that. So again, that's coming up in your very near past. Now here in your near future, I'm also feeling the confirmation of what I just said with this Wheel of Fortune coming in. The Wheel of Fortune is a very karmic major arcana. It's all about changes, changing the way you're doing things, the way you're seeing things, the way you're thinking about things. This also could mean that travel is indicated somewhere in your very near future. When I see the wheel, sometimes I don't get the impression that travel is involved, but in this instance, I am picking up that this could also be in relation to some traveling that you'll be doing coming up in the month of October. All right? So let's take a look at how, excuse me, this is how you're viewing yourself. This card is the Two of Wands. Or is that the three? Yes, I'm sorry. That's the Three of Wands coming up here. So you're waiting for your ship to come in, and you're viewing yourself in this place of hold, and this holding place of waiting for something to change, waiting for someone to change. So again, I'm drawn back to the near future with the Wheel of Fortune coming in, indicating that change is definitely coming in some form or fashion for Aquarius in the month of October. And you're very ready. You're waiting for that change. You have been waiting for that change. And not only have you been waiting for that change, you've been doing things to change your circumstance. In other words, you haven't been just sitting back, twiddling your thumbs, waiting for some magical event to occur. You've been doing things and taking the initiative to move yourself into this way of, not necessarily into this way, because right now I'm picking up that this is how you see yourself. You see yourself as waiting, as primed and ready, as was indicated here with the Ten of Wands, which is a completion card, and you're ready for that next step. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's coming in your environment. So here we have the Five of Cups coming up in the reverse. So this Five of Cups in the reverse is signaling to me that in your environment, upright, it's really about not having enough, not feeling supported, not feeling connected to the people that you want to feel that connection with. In the reverse, I'm picking up more of a sense in your environment that you are beginning to connect more, as was indicated in your recent past, where you're coming out of a restful time, of a time of pulling back or turning inward to reassess your situation. And so as we look here at this Five of Cups in the reverse, and this is in your environment, so we can see again, fives indicate change. This wheel indicates change. So again, there is this time of clear decision making where you will be facing some choices that will ultimately lead to changes in the way that you're going about processing your emotions and things of that nature. Now the Cups, this is a Cups card, so it's more emotional in nature than, say, your Earth energy or the fire energy. Those are more active cards. These Cups to me represent more of an emotional tie to something. All right, so something is changing in regards to how you're viewing things on an emotional level for Aquarius in the month of October. So next up we have your hopes and fears. So here we have another Cups card coming in, and it is the Ace of Cups. So this Ace of Cups is really about mastering these emotions that we were just speaking about here in the environmental sector here. It's about mastering those emotions and finding new ways to again express yourself. I'm drawn to the blue in this card here. Blue is an indication for me of communication, the way you're communicating with other people. You're hoping to be able to communicate in a very clear, in a very direct and open manner. So that is actually a very good aspiration for you to have in the month of October, Aquarius. And that's looking really good in terms of a hopes and fears section there. All right, so in your final outcome card, with your final outcome card, we have the Nine of Coins. All right, the Nine of Coins coming in as your final outcome, which again really does speak to this turning point that I'm picking up. Changes are in store for Aquarius coming into the month of October. Changes that will ultimately bring you some additional financial blessings. As you can see here in this card, I mean, the card is green. This person is wearing a green glove. There's I think that's a hand. Well, that is a hand there, but it looks like there's another. No, the hand is like collecting lots and lots and lots of money. So to see this as your final outcome card tells me that the wheels that are spinning, the karmic changes that are in store for Aquarius, as well as in your environment, we also have change indicated here. And then as a final outcome, you have a very prosperous Nine of Coins coming in as your final outcome card. So again, some very positive changes in store for Aquarius. The only suggestion that I have from Spirit is to be mindful of the tendency to judge. You know, that's the only thing that I see here in your reading that would allow you to really experience all of this goodness that's laying out on the table here, is to really be mindful of that tendency to judge either people or circumstances. All right, so that does conclude the main portion of the reading for the sign of Aquarius. Let's go ahead and take a look now at your final guidance card to close out the reading for Aquarius. So calling on Spirit, guides, the teachers and helpers to give us one additional guidance card for the sign of Aquarius for the month of October. Giving thanks in advance for perfect clarity, perfect wisdom as we look at the energy. All right, so let's see how you're going to close out your reading for the month of October, Aquarius. Need I say more? Which is perfectly in line with your outcome card of the Nine of Coins. I apologize. I'm looking. I had that card upside down. It's actually the Six of Coins. Can you see that there? I was holding it like that, and it certainly looked like the Nine of Coins, but I was thinking, well, maybe it's in the reverse. But I apologize for that. You actually have the Six of Coins coming in as your final outcome card. So I want to correct what I was saying initially about the Nine of Coins being the wish card. This Six of Coins is all about give and take. You'll be in a position, and as you can see from your final outcome card, very blessed position, that you'll be able to be more open in your giving and your receiving. You know, giving and receiving are actually two parts of the same coin. They're the exact same thing. They're the exact same energy, giving and receiving. So that's what your final outcome card is, Aquarius, is this giving and receiving energy, which, as I mentioned, leaves you in a very blessed position. All right. So a wonderful way to end your reading for the month of October. I do thank you for joining me for this reading, and I wish you well in the month of October, and I will see you back here in the month of November. Namaste.